Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm AK. It's a long story and I know we've been away for a while now, and the reason is that I traveled back to Nigeria. That's why we've been unable to upload on any video recently, but we sincerely apologize for that. Today I'll be reacting to why American men like to marry Filipino women. So let's get started.
Okay, so there's a lot of generalizations out there about why an American like myself would want to seek out and marry a Filipino woman, and why a Filipino woman would want to seek out and marry an American man. I mean, like, people think, like, what are we, crazy? Like, one day we just decided to go online, find each other, or we met on Facebook and thought, hey, it would be really fun if I got in a relationship with a woman that was thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away across the seas.
You are crazy. You are both of you crazy.
So with that being said, so many people make up all these different crazy ideas about, well, the women in the Philippines, they just do it out of deceit. You know, they just want the money. They just want to come to America to get out of poverty or whatever, right? And say, oh, well, that man's he's just controlling, and he's an ego-driven man, and he just wants a wife to be a servant and all that stuff, right? And while, you know, there might be some people out there that are like that, it's far and few between.
I mean, in general, there's a lot of stereotypes when it comes to, you know, interracial dating. You know, I'm also inside an interracial dating, so I understand what it's like. People misunderstand you guys. They misunderstand it a lot. Some people wonder why you can't stay with your own race, why you have to date outside. Some people see it, especially if you're a black man, they see it as self-hate, and you know, there is a lot of stigma to it, but at the end of the day, you love who you love, and there's no reason to apologize for it, really. That's just my opinion.
So do you want to know the real truth? Really? When God created us, He gave us these instincts to survive, to reproduce. He created this energy called masculinity, and He also created this energy of femininity, okay? So you have masculine energies and feminine energies. When I'm talking about masculine energy and feminine energy, what I am talking about is every person, whether you're a man or a woman, can wear these energies and has these energies within them. So a man can have masculine energy and feminine energy, and a woman can have masculine energy and feminine energy. But a specific man and a specific woman, depending on how they are raised and the environment and culture they are raised in, will always express one energy more so over than the other. And if they are denying the things that fuel that energy, they will not be happy.
Geez, you know, that information might have been a little more useful to me yesterday.
So I'm going to tell you a little story, but before I do that, I want to explain just a little bit about law of attraction. Okay, everybody knows the old saying, opposites attract. That is 100% true and accurate. And we're not talking about personalities. We're not talking about if she likes kittens, which she does. She loves kittens. She loves clout. Or I like dogs. I love Penny. She's my dog. I'm a dog person. Love dogs. But you know what? I got a cat too. We're not talking about interest. We're not talking about if she likes music or if I like music. We're not talking about if I like fast cars and she likes boats. That is not what we're talking about when we're discussing attraction. What we're talking about is the two energies, masculine and feminine energy. And in order for two people to have a physical and sexual attraction to each other, there has to be a polarity between those in order for that attraction to happen. And polarity, what that is that's opposites. There has to be a masculine energy and a feminine energy for true attraction to happen. So what do you think happens when you have a man that has a very high masculine energy and you have a woman that has a very high masculine energy as well? Maybe because she developed that.
I feel like I understand where he's going to with this kind of explanation. There's been a lot of complaint from American men, especially about American women being too masculine, being too demanding, and you know, especially the modern feminist, which isn't really the definition of feminism, to be to be candid. But the modern feminists have really taken things to a level where American men now are saying that they no longer, at least majority from what I've seen, that they no longer are willing to get into, a long-term relationship or even marriage for that matter with American women. So I get the explanation of the femininity and the masculine energy that is trying to explain
Growing
here.
up.
It's not like you coming here digging into my business and getting into my life.
I'm done trying to win over people's hearts.
I want to be left alone.
We can work with fear.
Are they going to attract? No, they won't. However, sometimes one of them puts on a mask and puts that feminine energy mask over them because deep down, that's what they want to do, right? They want to find somebody of the opposite sex. If it's a woman, they discover makeup, they discover sexy clothes, they discover all these masks that bring out their femininity, right? Men, what do? They go to the gym, they work out, they get muscles, Why? It's a mask. It brings out their masculine energy so that they can attract the opposite, right? However, depending on how much of a mask that really is, determines if that relationship is going to be successful long term. Because if I'm putting on a mask, pretending to be this buff guy, and masculine manly man, and she's pretending to be this like goddess, this super feminine woman, and then after we get married, me, the manly man, I turn into this kind of wimp, right? This kind of wimp that's just like scared of everything, right? And I'm a more emotional person than she is. And the best part is like, I want to spend all my time with her, like all my time. I can't wait. I'm just, oh my God, I need you, right?
That would be toxic.
So if I did that, what do you think would happen eventually? Do you think that attraction, physical attraction and sexual attraction and that passion in that relationship could actually suffer a little bit? If I turned into be somebody different, right? Yeah, it could. So I gave that example just to give a basic understanding of, how the masculine and the feminine energies work.
Once again, things that could have been brought to my attention yesterday!
Let me tell you a little story to help you understand. And why an American like myself, or why a Filipino woman would want to connect and be with together, even though, we have to go through everything. We know we got to meet somehow. We have to be in a long distance relationship for a very long time. And we have to then hope to get a visa so she can come here. Then we got to go through the process of getting her to be a resident here, or so we can be together, or maybe the man's going to go to the Philippines, who knows, whatever, because that happens a lot too. There's so many obstacles that are going to drive you apart, and that realistically should kill a relationship, right? Everyone knows that long distance relationships aren't the healthiest things for relationships, right?
Right.
But why does it work so well? Why are we willing to take such a big risk of our heart and a big risk of our time to be together? And once I tell you this story, you're going to understand 100% and be able to relate. Once upon a time, there was this little girl that was born into this world in the United States of America. Was the sweetest, most gentlest, kindest, loving, caring, just loved people, loved everything, loved butterflies, loved little caterpillars, loved the dogs, loved the cats, just loved all men, loved all women.
I feel like it's going to take a while for him to, get to the whole point that he's trying to make, and I don't think I can see through everything. But from what I've gotten so far, I think what he's trying to say is that at the end of the day, love conquers all. And if you really love a person, it doesn't matter what people say, it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter the distance. You'll be willing to do whatever it takes, to be able to be with a person, do whatever it takes to work things out with the person in question. So I feel that's what he's trying to say. So I will leave the link to the full video down below in the description box. Make sure to check it out and watch the full video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.